Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today we're continuing with my coverage of the Weapon Crate update with a review of the Maschinenpistole Experimental, which I didn't expect to be good, but now I think is genuinely awesome. And I've actually been sat on this footage for 9 days or so, waiting for Simthic.com to add the in-depth stats for it to their website. Well, they haven't so far, and I just can't really wait anymore. So, as with all of the previous Weapon Crate update reviews, which I'll link to in the description if you haven't seen them, I'll be going over the basics of the weapon and focusing on my personal opinion far more than usual. But even more so today, as I don't wish to go around assuming what the statistical differences might be, because it's already tricky with the experimental variants. Plus, the only ones available to use as a point of reference are the P.16 and the M1912, and then you're comparing an experimental with an optical and a trench, or to a sniper and a marksman. Whereas with the Maschinenpistole, you've got a storm variant and an experimental variant, so I don't want to potentially mislead anyone with bad information. Also, something to keep in mind, Battlefield 1 states that this experimental variant can fire at 1200 rounds per minute. That may be true, but at this point, keep in mind that it may also not be. I say that because the original Maschinenpistole used to fire at 1200 rounds per minute, whereas it now fires at 900 rounds per minute, and both variants currently have exactly the same in-game description. It's not unheard of for DICE to have the wrong figures and descriptions in the game, so just keep in mind it might be 1200 or it might be 900. If anyone does know for certain, please put it in the comment section and explain how you know. So with that said, let's get into how I found the Maschinenpistole Experimental to use. Well, it destroys people up close. I mean, it absolutely obliterates them. It's a dream to use in a close range 1v1 against almost any other weapon in the game. Rather than firing in full auto, you're tap firing to send out 2 rounds at a time, and you can do this so quickly that people just melt in front of you. Plus, this tap firing makes the experimental way easier to control than the original Maschinenpistole. That variant does have a single fire semi-auto mode, which is good, but I personally feel that the experimental is just all round a superior option. And with this variant, you can also set it to fire 1 round at a time if you so wish, but I didn't bother as the 2-round burst was just incredible. On the flip side of that though, you are generally limited to 1 enemy at a time quite a lot, due to only having 16 rounds and firing them off so quickly. Although again, less so than with the Maschinenpistole Storm, due to being able to manage your ammo better with the 2-round burst, and just being able to hit the target far more consistently. But there will still be times where you miss shots or you aren't able to reload all your ammo in time, so you'll need to rely on your sidearm or be able to evade opponents whilst reloading. Regardless of this, the upsides of the weapon still far outweigh the downsides for me. For example, mid-range fights are far more possible to contest with this variant due to the tap fire nature of the weapon, and the hip fire is still fantastic. Most of the time, I only really needed to aim down sight outside of close range. You're more than capable of bursting people down from the hip with this thing. I'd go as far as saying it's pretty easy, to be honest with you. And obviously you will still need to try to keep to close quarters and be aware of your surroundings with this weapon, but if you can manage that, then it's absolute bags of fun. Having said all that though, the reload can still be a pain, but it's once again more manageable now when compared with the Storm variant, as you're not forced to dump your bullets quite so quickly, and you can easily burst out as many or as few rounds as you wish. And if you're interested, I used the lowest magnification possible for this footage, which is 1.25 times. So that's the Maschinenpistole Experimental, which I think is honestly a fantastic close range weapon that shouldn't be ignored. It has obvious drawbacks, but if you enjoy aggressive play and can manage finding cover and reloading appropriately, well, you just might destroy with this thing. But this is all just my opinion. What do you think? Are you excited about the Maschinenpistole Experimental, and will it take the place of your favoured assault weapon from time to time? Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's go over to the Board of Awesome for the fantastic people who allow you to get content from me full time by supporting the channel on Patreon. It really wouldn't be possible for me to do this every day without them, so thanks to everyone on here. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, then the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos, including the remaining Weapon Crate update review, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.